Hello everybody, I'm CJ Liu and you're listening to the Fired Up with CJ show, and today we have the privilege of having Kathryn Alice, who is the author of this wonderful book, Love Will Find You. And today we're going to look at three segments. We're going to talk first about spiritual dating. What is it, how can you do it, and how can you have way more fun than you're having right now? And then we're going to talk about releasing a person and manifesting your soulmate. So welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, CJ. Thanks for having me.
So how do we move from dreading dating to finding a dreamy?
We need to not build it up as such a scary thing. And most people have it in their heads that it's really going to be rough. So the first understanding has got to be, it's going to be easy. I'm going to do it differently. It's going to get easy. And that calms the nerves, and then it gets easier from there.
Yeah, and I actually do think people do think it's going to be really difficult. Like they already think, oh, I'm going to have, and literally I see their energy tanking. I'm going to have to put a thing online, and then like I'll have to read all these, and it's like, oh my God, like the life energy is draining out of them, like in that 30 seconds.
It's not a good place to start. So
yeah.
Starting positive and starting fresh is important.
Yeah. So what's a different, so when you were going on your own journey, what was kind of how would you pump yourself up and get you like, I know it's going to be easy, but what would you say to yourself to get yourself excited about it?
Well, the big thing is, number one, people have to know that they really have the right one. That there's somebody out there just for them. And that calms you down right away. And number two, is you don't have to jump through hoops or be something you're not to be good enough for them. It's the hottest person you've ever met, and they will adore you. And when you start thinking that, dating becomes so much more relaxed.
Yeah, so when you think, you know what, I'm going to just meet, it's going to work out and it's going to be fine, and whatever happens, happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it allows people to be themselves, which is very important. And know that you're enough, not have to lie or be on your best behavior. You can't blow it with the right person. When you go with that understanding, it becomes fun. It's meeting different people, taking it lightly, and the right thing will go. You can't help it. It'll just happen.
Right. And so that's what the spiritual dating part is just knowing, it's like having a deep faith that it will just happen. And if it's not working out, maybe that's not the right person.
Yeah, you don't put too much pressure on one particular date. You set an intention for love, and it will happen. And so you can take the bumps along the journey more easily.
Mm-hmm. What else does spiritual dating mean? I mean, to you, what is it when you talked about a spiritual dating workshop that intrigued me? What does it mean?
Well, it's the first part we talked about. The second part is the actual interaction, and I found connecting to be wildly hard for people. Mm-hmm. And so instead of trying to be the life of the party or the big personality, they become a better listener. And they look in their eyes, and they look for that connection. They try to see the sacred in that person, and it changes every interaction.
Mm-hmm. So instead of worrying about who am I, what do I look like, and what am I doing, it's more looking at them and tuning into the essence of who they are.
Because it's self-centered to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you mean it's self-centered to focus on yourself and wonder what
you're
you're
all
wearing.
worried about yourself. Being nervous is kind of self-centered. And so as you look at the other person and that they need something, even if they're super hot to you, they need somebody to listen to them, and they need interaction too. So it changes everything.
Yeah, so it's actually almost approaching a communications difference. It's your mindset, number one, making sure that your mindset is like, it's going to be easy, and if it's the right one, it will be simple. And then the second thing, thinking, okay, I'm just going to be myself, and I'm just going to tune into them and listen at a deep spiritual level.
Yes.
What are some other tips that people can get from your workshop?
Well, we talk about flirting. Everybody has their own inner flirt. And with your soulmate, you're going to want to flirt, even if you don't flirt with anybody else. And everybody has a different style. So even if you're extremely introverted and shy, there's a way to flirt for you. It's individual to the person. And we work on that in my spiritual dating workshop.
Okay, that completely intrigued me. All right, can you actually channel flirts like that you've seen in the workshop?
No, I can't personally, but I do. That's funny you should ask, because I asked them to channel their inner Pepe Le Pew or Mae West. However, some people flirt by touch. Some people flirt by voice tone. They even can use their shyness to flirt in a nice way. And so you go with what's worked for you. And I have a way that I bring people to that. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
So I know you said it's hard, but let's actually try to channel it. Is it kind of like a shy, like, oh, hi, like, what's
It could be that. It could be, hi, are you happy to see me? Or is that a gun in your pocket? You know, it could be.
Oh, that's really shy.
In the workshop, people have a blast because I make them be silly, and it's just trying stuff on. It's goofy, but you do start getting in touch with how you communicate that way. We've all had a history. You can look back at how did I flirt when I really liked somebody? What did it look like for me? But it's 100 different ways.
Yeah, and that from reading your book, it's because you want those sexual energies to be there. Because if that's not there, that's the opposite of a magnet.
Crackling chemistry is a basic that you do get with your soulmate because most of us are monogamous, and that's where we're going to be getting our passion. So, yeah.
Interesting. So, any other thoughts about how, any other kind of tips that people seem to go, aha, like a light bulb goes off when they go to your workshop?
Well, just that they are, the biggest thing is that they're enough. Most people try to manipulate or think they're walking on eggshells, and they're not. You cannot blow it with the right person. And as they calm down, it goes so much better, and people meet someone very quickly, and it goes well. It's not as big a deal as people are making it out to be.
Yeah. And I think actually it is, our fear of it is actually greater than than it has to be. And in fact, that fear is the thing that inhibits us from actually meeting the right person and approaching it in the best possible way. And that's
Absolutely. People have had, all of us have had a rough past history. It's because it wasn't the right person. It goes so much better with the right person. You have to get used to it.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the second segment, about releasing an ex-love, and how to actually, because I think a lot of that stuff actually prevents you from moving forward. So we're going to be talking about that in the next segment. Tell people how they can actually find out about your spiritual dating workshop.
Well, go to KathrynAlice.com. It's spelled KathrynAlice.com, and click on events. And my event schedule is there. I teach once a year in the U.S. in several cities. So hopefully I'll see you soon.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.